So let's go first to Minister Khan, because I'm going to you first because there had been, the opposition had been calling for these by-elections to have occurred well before today, and there's been this question mark as to why the delay, as they're putting it, today as opposed to, say, having it done much sooner.
Well, the law is clear. We don't have a specific timeline in which to keep it after the seat has been declared vacant. However, we let it rest for a little bit, and then we decided that the time is right now to hold the two by-elections for the local government seats. And we see nothing wrong with that. The service was continuously being provided by other members of council to the area. So that we made sure that a by-election has been held.
I'm curious of the opposition's view here. Do you still hold the view that these elections should have been held before today?
Absolutely, because it's a question of representation, and Trinidad and Tobago is a representative democracy, and people have a right to vote for their representatives. So despite the government's comfort level with having, ad hoc arrangements for representation, the United National Congress remains steadfast in that representation is important, and these by-elections should have been held sooner. You may recall that on April 9th, our political leader had to send pre-action protocol letters to the government to say that these elections are important and that they should be held. And so the UNC absolutely holds strong to the fact that representation is important, and these elections were due well before today.
And how does the PEP think about this, Mrs. Roman Quickie? Do you think that the elections should have been held before today, or do you hold the view the timing is not as important as the machinery?
Well, this is one point I'll have to agree with Ms. Haynes, because it's all about representation of the people, and based on what you see going on in Belmont East as well as Barataria, it is very obvious that proper representation has not been there for the people. And this is very, it's very sad to see that this is happening. And yes, I understand the government's position, but, the people come first. The people deserve to be served, and that obviously has not been done.
Just before we continue the conversation, of course, this is live television. I understand that we are ready to go live to Barataria, where Alicia Boucher, if I'm not mistaken, is there. Alicia?
Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. We're coming to you live once again from the UNC's campaigning office here in Barataria. So far, things are picking up. The air is a bit noisy. A bit more UNC supporters have gathered here for the election, for the results of the by-election of 2018 in this electoral district. I do have some results for polling station 1325, and these results are official. The UNC 76, PEP 1, and PNM 75. So the UNC winning in this polling station by just one vote. And that polling station was at St. Dominic Savio, which is Barataria Boys. With me is Councillor Anna Jutaram for Vega de Repuch. Good evening, Mr. Jutaram.
Good evening to you and the viewers.
So tell me, how did you manage to come down quite to Barataria this evening?
Well, actually, we came to lend support to our sister in terms of bringing relief and betterment for this region. As you know, we are all in this together, and at the end of the day, we look at supporting and making our institution a more stronger institution to prepare us for the next general election.
Now, you're a councillor with a lot of experience. What do you think, should she be elected as councillor? What do you think she's going to have to face in terms of, what her constituents are expecting?
Well, actually, I believe she would have to face the normal stuff in terms of infrastructure, road, lights, water. And would you believe socio-economic has become part of local government? People needs in terms of poverty and employment. So there's a lot in her plate in order to deliver. But she would have to be very forceful in terms of conveying her message to the council. Because as it is, I can talk from my experience in San Ygani, since last year, October, after the budget was released, we have not gotten a single cent from the Ministry of Finance to do any developmental program in our region. So we are at the stage, representative from the corporation together with our chairman, meeting with the permanent secretary and the minister in order to ask for some assistance so that we can bring some relief to the Burgesses. And she would have to do just that.
Right. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Jutaram. So far, the running total from 2 polling stations, PEP 4, PNM 171, and UNC 96. And that's from 2 polling stations. Back to you in studio.
Thank you very much, Alicia Bouchille, giving us the latest in terms of what is happening in the Barataria electoral district, at least from one polling station. Keeping in mind, of course, that Barataria, again, just to remind viewers, the death of one of the councillors who had represented the PNM in that particular district, Mr. Bruno, when he died last year, leaving that vacancy. And Barataria is in the Barataria-Sawa constituency. We say Sawa, it's actually Sawan, depending on how you want to pronounce it. But basically, that constituency has been considered a marginal constituency. And there's a lot of focus maybe on this particular district as opposed to maybe Belmont. But then again, there's always the argument that any election in any district or constituency should not be taken for granted.
Correct.
Anyone on the panel, do you think that this is one of those types of elections that could really give a sense of how the people feel, and also maybe some sort of a precursor as to what could be expected in the next general election?
Definitely, I think that it is a precursor, as well as based on what is going on and how the people have expressed how they feel, especially during the campaign. People are just not happy. They're very dissatisfied. There are a lot of issues in the areas that need to be addressed and have not been addressed. And, this has been a very, very interesting campaign. In fact, to the point where the effort that has been put in by the other 2 parties, because PEP has come to the forefront to put up 2 candidates. It's been absolutely amazing to see their response.
Senator Haynes, do you think that is accurate description?
The United National Congress has, I think, since 2015, and as I said before, been on a reinvigorating campaign. And what we have been doing is putting forward to the people of Trinidad and Tobago what the United National Congress has to offer, which is a unique combination of fresh ideas and new people and the experience that we have within our party. And we took these elections, like, as you said, all elections are important and all elections are serious, but we took these elections as a space to really test our machinery and test the work that we have been doing. And as you can see from what we're seeing in Barataria, we are, I think, trending upwards and seeing the fruits of our labor and of what we have been putting forward, which is a kind of serious position to the people of Trinidad and Tobago that we are at a point that we need to move Trinidad and Tobago forward. There's no space for, vacuous politicking, but really let us look at the party that has the plans and policies to take Trinidad and Tobago forward.
Well, Minister Khan, the PNM, of course, being the incumbent, being the party in government, having the resources, maybe there's a point being made about the kind of resources that have been put into this election.
I would want to say that the opposition, well, I see there are 2 opposition parties here, made an effort to make this election into a national referendum. Obviously it's not. We started off, God rest their soul, 2 of the better councillors in all of Trinidad and Tobago, Punel Nuno and Daryl from
Mr.
Rajpal from Belmont. So we've started on a strong footing. Secondly, if you do sampling theory, two samples out of 154 is not representative. So you cannot, by any stretch of the imagination, call 2 by-election, local by-election, anywhere close to national referendum. Although some of the issues that these specific electoral districts face may be the same issues that the national community faces. we feel we are working on the steps of two very, very competent councillors. We have a head start on that. I think it's meant to say that they were non-performing councillors. So the whole vibes in these constituencies and these electoral districts are positive for the PNM. We have two very young, bright women. Again, it's youth. We're going with the French theme of the World Cup. It's young people, and we have to start to think about the next generation of leaders in this country. Dr. Rowley has called on the young people to come forward, take their space in the political arena of Trinidad and Tobago, and we have given two young ladies the opportunity.
Mr. Khan, we are going to a quick commercial break, and we'll return to our discussion, our live coverage of the developments now that the polls have closed in today's local government by-elections.
The Great July Sale is now on at Jimmy Abood, the Textile King. Home furnishings, Caribbean curtains, upholsteries and accessories. Every single item is on sale in the Great July Sale now on at Jimmy Abood, the Textile King.
Meet Sensi Hachi now. He can break through anything. Chopsticks, a teacup, a ceramic pot, a brick, anything except steel. Need to build something solid? Check Southern Wholesale Stores Limited. Come in today at 185 Union Road, Marabella. Southern Wholesale Stores Limited. More than just a hardware.
Ladies, Angel Hair Boutique have arrived in Trinidad and Tobago at Gulf City Mall and Cannes Plaza, Princestown. Buy 3 bundles of human hair and get your makeup done free. Buy your human hair bundles for prom, wedding, or any special occasion and get a free installation and makeup free by our in-house makeup artist. And of course, our wholesale discounts for hairdressers. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and Instagram and win big prizes monthly.
Welcome to the home of quality, the store of integrity, the Caribbean's premier men's store. Welcome to Bradford. You know Bradford is the suiting specialist. Bradford is also a leader in uniforms for primary and secondary schools. Best quality, lowest prices. Shop only at Bradford. Bradford suits you best.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us, if you're now joining us, and those of us who've been with us from the beginning. This is our coverage of the latest developments now that the polls have closed on this decision day in the local government by-elections in the electoral districts of Belmont East and Barataria. I understand that we have Anselm Gibbs in Belmont with the latest happening in that electoral district of Belmont East. Anselm?
Well, good evening, Jewel, and good evening, viewers, once again. An important update here from the Belmont East local government by-election. We're here live outside the PNM's camp, Pelham Street in Belmont. And that important update is that we have the results from this by-election in Belmont East. Joining us now is PNM MP Stuart Young to share the results with us.
Thank you very much. As you have said, the official results have come in, and as is to be expected, once again PNM has returned a victory and a victorious result for Belmont East. So we will be welcoming our new councillor, Ms. Nicole Young, and we're very happy about that. The numbers have come in. PNM got 594 of the votes out of 796. The UNC did get an increase in votes, and PEP got some votes as well. But we are very happy with this, especially with the work that has been done by our PNM team, and we're happy to have returned Belmont East once again, as expected, to the People's National Movement. Having said that, I'll now pass us straight over to our next councillor for Belmont East, Ms. Nicole Young, and we thank her.
That's right, joining us now here on TV6, we have councillor, the newly elected councillor for Belmont East, Ms. Nicole Young. First of all, let me get your reaction from hearing the results here from Mr. Stuart Young, and you're now the next councillor of Belmont East.
I'm absolutely elated, naturally. I knew that my team and we put in the work, and I knew that we would have been successful, not because it's traditionally PNM, but also because I know I worked, and my team and I worked, and we did a lot of work, and people generally did receive us positively, so I knew we would be successful.
And you know, this is a new week, you're starting off a new job. How do you plan to hit the ground running, being the new councillor for Belmont East?
Okay, so as I have been saying before, I know that it's currently the rainy season. So I want to start cleaning of the drains immediately, because I know there are different reasons for flooding. One being clogged drains. And just last week I went with the alderman and the corporation when there was some flooding. And I observed a lot of garbage was coming out of the drains. So that's one thing I want to start immediately, because we are currently in the rainy season.
And of course, I know I spoke with you earlier on the campaign trail, and you talked about, I asked you about crime in the area, and you talked about wanting to reach out to the young people. How do you plan to do that?
Youth development is a focus of mine as a guidance counsellor. As I was saying before, in terms of Belmont East and also Trinidad in general has an issue of underemployment and unemployment. So what I want to do, what I see for Belmont East now that I am the councillor-elect, can I say that? Yes. Is that I want to have a professional training hub right here in Belmont East, so the young people could have an opportunity. They won't even have to leave very far. They can go home, right in their home, and have training, different government programs offered right here in Belmont East, and so they become more employable and enterprising. And then after that, I also want to create ties with private and public potential employers to give these same trained young people opportunities of internship and mentorship, so they can get a much needed experience.
And what is it like having to fill the shoes of Councillor Dara Rajpal, who was very well known and loved in the area?
A big task, but I think I'm up to the task. I'm definitely young, energetic, and motivated, so I'm excited to start this new role as councillor for Belmont East.
And you know, somebody who's new to the political arena, what has the experience been like for you on the campaign trail, and what do you take from that campaign going forward to start your new term in office?
It has been quite a journey. I think I really enjoyed it because I am a people person. I love interacting with people, and I met so many different people, different personalities, and just that human connection. I really enjoyed listening to the issues and seeing if, it's already starting to think of ideas and listening to people's ideas as well. So I learned a lot. I learned about even more about the culture of Belmont East. Even though I am from here, I learned a great deal more.
Well, Ms. Young, thank you very much for sparing us the time to speak with us following the results, and I'm sure you want to celebrate with some of your supporters here.
Yes.
All right,
thank you so much for having me. For this interview, sorry.
No problem, you're welcome.
I'm very excited.
I can understand the excitement.
Thank you.
Again, as we said, it's party time here for the PNM supporters in Belmont. As you can hear, the DJ just started off, and it's a bit difficult to hear myself. Jules, back to you in studio.
Thank you very much, Anson Gibbs there, giving us the latest, the PNM's basically announcing with Minister Young, the communications minister for the government, and someone apparently who's been very involved in the campaign for the PNM in the Belmont East electoral district, giving what he says is the official announcement that the PNM has retained that Belmont East electoral district. You're seeing there some footage there of the celebrations taking place in that district there. Nicole Young for the PNM, based on the announcement that we have got, has won, so we've been told by Minister Young. The competition for her in Belmont East would have been Liana Bob Gonzalez, the candidate for the UNC, and Felicia Holder, the candidate for the PEP. So we've had at least what we've heard from Minister Young in Belmont East going to the PNM. The first reaction I want to get, obviously, is from you, Minister Khan, from the perspective that there's this conversation about safe seats and so on, but did the PNM approach this as a safe seat election? And I ask this given the problems in Belmont, not just in terms of things mentioned, concerns about crime and whatnot. You have issues of water supply being a major one as well, the issue of underemployment as mentioned by the newly elected councillor, as far as Mr. Young has announced, and other pressing issues in that area.
No, we obviously did not approach it from a safe seat scenario. We know the PNM base is solid in Belmont, it's solid in Port of Spain. There are challenges in the urban climate in Trinidad and Tobago. There are challenges that the East-West corridor and urban Trinidad faces. It has to do with youth unemployment and underemployment, the challenges of urban living, the issue of crime and criminality. It is a constituency whose MP is Minister Young, who is one of the more vibrant ministers in the cabinet, and he's a very, very effective MP. He's working with his constituency, and he always says that Darrell Archibald is one of the better councillors he has worked with. We are looking at some of the infrastructural needs, the water situation in Belmont. We have a challenge, but what you have in the hills, it is that you need booster pumps to take the water higher and higher on the hill. So as people start to live higher and higher, the original booster cannot take the water to the levels that it now has to reach. So we are doing a replacement exercise of booster pumps. The issue of youth unemployment and underemployment, to me, I think that is a major challenge that the government faces, that this country faces. We have invested as a country heavily in tertiary education. We have invested heavily in secondary education. We have invested heavily in tech-voc education. But what we're having with the downturn of the economy doesn't have the absorptive capacity to meaningfully employ the level of graduates that we are putting out. That is a major challenge.
I will bring some things in here because the opposition has questioned when the finance minister talked about a turnaround in the economy and whether it's turning around or not. At the same token, the relevance of this issue to what we would have seen here. And also, I'm curious as to your take on the turnout based on the figures that we got from Minister Young. How many of those factors would have maybe contributed to what the results would have been that we have just received from the minister?
Yes. So I have actually a number of points to make. When Minister Young gave the numbers, he did not note that their numbers decreased. So he noted an increase for us and an increase for PEP, but he did not mention that they went from 724 in the PNM controlled corporation with a PNM government, right? All the resources backing them. And still could not manage to take their numbers up. And so that is an indictment on them. Not to take away from Ms. Young's victory, I also wanted to make the point that Minister Khan left off on, that the Prime Minister has been encouraging young people to come forward. So as the leader of the opposition, except young people have come forward to the opposition party, and that is also an indictment on the government, that you have more and more people joining the opposition party than you have joining the party in government.
See that, no evidence for that. Three young senators, but
we have more than 3 young senators. Our councillors, for example, is a wide gamut of young people. And if you looked at what our local government representation looked like, there's a significant number of young people.
So it is on the PNM, so that's an
While this is a point of interest, I also would like the PEP to get its perspective in, because at the end of the day, in the last local government elections, in both Belmont East and in Barataria, it was a PNM-UNC battle. The PEP decided to get involved in this election. The results you would have heard. What is your sense, or what would be the party sense of this based on the announcement we heard from Minister Young about Belmont East?
Well, the Progressive Empowerment Party is a new party. It's only 18 months old. And therefore, this has been quite an experience for us. And we intend not to stop there. We intend to contest the local government elections, which is going to be held next year for all the constituency, and we are also going to be contesting the seats for the general election. So this is like a test case for us, where we are learning and we are going to build on what we have learned, and we are also going to be in a better position to truly contest the next year's local government election. As far as I'm concerned, this election is just like a caretaker seat, because you have fresh elections coming next year. So this, whoever wins the seats, they are only going to be there for a couple of months. until another election is held. And the Progressive Empowerment Party is going to be ready. We are going to have good caretakers who are going to come forward and who are going to look towards assisting the communities where it needs assisting. Because you see, it's not just a matter of, okay, Ms. Young has won Clay, alleged, because we have not had the actual figures as yet. But yes, we will still want to get the proper figures and so on. That's okay. But the thing about it is, Ms. Holder is going to be working continuously with the community, with the people. They will be able to call her on issues that they might be experiencing, and she is going to be able to assist them where necessary.
I hate to interrupt you, but we would have to at least interrupt the conversation right now for a quick commercial break, and then we will return with our coverage of Decision Day, the local government by-elections in Belmont East and Barataria.
The best thing about my bank is easy access. There's no standing or waiting in line. You're always first. Being protected is paramount. As situations change quickly, and opening and closing hours, they don't apply.
With First Citizens electronic banking options, there are no lines. Open 24 hours and you can access your account anywhere instantly. Now enjoy even more convenience with the First Citizens app. Banking never felt so easy. First Citizens, we put you first.
Calling all farmers, fishermen and agri-entrepreneurs, the ADB is offering the new reality loan. Get up to 80% financing for any viable business in agri-processing, agri-services, fishing or farming with an effective interest rate of 3 to 5%. The new reality loan can assist with business startup, expansion or project rehabilitation, working capital, debt consolidation or equipment purchase. Come in and we'll make your dreams a reality with our new reality loan. Visit one of our conveniently located branches in San Fernando, Shibona, Sandy Grande, Port of Spain and Tobago.
Sheck Institute Limited invites applicants to register for its ACTT programs. Programs include BSc in Safety, Diploma in Health and Safety, and a number of industry-relevant short courses. Call 679-8219 and get started today.
With close to 50 years experience, the Agricultural Development Bank is equipped with expert advice on the agribusiness sector, offering the lowest interest rates with loans tailored to suit your personal project needs. We provide financing for any viable business in agri-processing, agri-services, fishing or farming. Through our outreaches, we bring the bank to your doorstep. We visit farming and rural communities to inform you of our products and services. Please visit any of our conveniently located centers in San Fernando, Shibona, Sandy Grande, Port of Spain and Tobago.
You can help us keep Trinidad and Tobago safe. We cannot do this without you. Join the Prime Minister and the Minister of National Security on Wednesday, July 18th, as we launch the National Crime Prevention Program, the NCPP. Tune in to the Ministry of National Security's website and social media page for a live broadcast of the NCPP launch from 10 a.m. This is collaboration in action.
Welcome back to our live coverage of the latest developments. Now that the polls, of course, have closed for some time now in the local government elections in Belmont East and Barataria. If you're just joining us, this is TV6 News' live coverage of this event today, this decision day in this local government election day. The latest that we have right now, we have received some information that in the Barataria electoral district, the UNC has 420 votes. The PNM 592 votes, and the PEP 6. So I'll just repeat this again. The latest we have from Barataria, the UNC 420 votes, the PNM 592 votes, and the PEP 6 votes. Now, just before we went to our commercial break, and we were having a discussion with our panel in studio, Energy Minister Franklin Khan, the chairman of the People's National Movement, the PNM, Opposition Senator Anita Haynes, the Public Relations Officer for the UNC, and Janice Raymond Creaky, a very interesting name there, the Public Relations Officer for the Progressive Empowerment Party. Now, the Belmont East Electoral District is a constituency in Port of Spain, North St. Anne's West, represented in the House of Representatives by the PNM by Communications Minister Stuart Young since the 2015 general elections. Now, we're just seeing there footage of Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, if I'm not mistaken, now arriving at the PNM's office in that Belmont East office there, the district where the PNM, based on what Minister Young, the Communications Minister, who has been very involved in the campaign there, had announced that the PNM has won that district. Of course, we are still awaiting wait for word from the EBC, the Elections and Boundaries Commission, for the final results, but the PNM has declared it has won that district. Now, the Barataria Electoral District is in the constituency of Barataria Sanwan, represented in the House of Representatives for the UNC by Dr. Fuad Khan. Now, according to the Parliament's website, Dr. Khan was first elected as the MP for Barataria Sanwan in 1995. The position he would retain on 3 subsequent occasions until the 2007. In that year's general election, Joseph Ross won the Barataria Sanwan parliamentary seat for the PNM. He was re-elected, that is Dr. Khan, as Barataria Sanwan MP on May 24, 2010 for the UNC as part of the People's Partnership government, which won that year's general election. Now, I mention this because, as we had just mentioned earlier, the issue of local government elections being possibly a precursor for general elections. Minister Khan said before the commercial break that he doesn't think in this particular instance with 2 local government seats that we could really get a sense of what could happen. The PEP's Public Relations Officer announced just before we went to our commercial break that the PEP will be contesting all of the districts in the local government elections that is due next year, and also the general elections due in 2020. So this is very interesting because you have a situation where there's been this question of a can you really have a third force, third party, third entity really making a difference? And I'm wondering how much does both PNM and UNC think that the PEP made a difference in this particular election? In fact, just one moment, I'm understanding now that the Prime Minister is delivering some remarks, and I think we'll go to that now.
Thank you very much, all of you who came out from the very beginning and took part in this small political event, a by-election in Belmont East. I would like to congratulate Ms. Nicole Young first for offering herself to be the PNM candidate, for coming out to the community of Belmont and asking for your support. And I want to thank the people of Belmont for electing a PNM candidate in Belmont East to continue serving you here in Belmont East. By-elections are important, but usually the voting population tend to treat by-elections as unimportant, and you normally do not have the kind of response. But in this case, for those who chose to come out on polling day to take part in the political process, you have overwhelmingly supported the PNM candidate, and we are very grateful for that. They say how you campaign is how you'll govern, and this young lady campaigned with decency, with integrity, and with the support of a political party that the people of Belmont can trust. We spoke truth to you, so you know what we said to you before the election, during the campaign, will sustain after the election. We also paid no person on polling day to vote for any particular symbol. Every single vote that was cast for Nicole Young and the PNM today was a vote that was cast without inducement. Because we are always prepared to bare our souls to you, hold our programs out to you, defend our record to you, and take whatever result you give us. That is the PNM, as it was in the beginning, so it shall be now. So tonight, nothing has changed in the Port of Spain Corporation except that we will continue to miss Councillor Daryl Rajpal, who has been a stalwart in this area as a community person representing the people of Belmont East. But as time passes on, as changes have been made, Councillor Daryl Rajpal is now replaced by an equally dedicated citizen of Belmont East, dedicated to serving the people of Belmont East. Congratulations, Councillor Nicole Young. We of the PNM, we are eternally grateful to our party structure and our party stalwarts. Because whenever we are called to take part in an election, whether it is local election, local by-election, general election, Tobago House of Assembly election, this party, the PNM, can always count on its members and supporters to stand with our political organization and contest elections in every single polling division in Trinidad and Tobago in every single election. That has been our history, and today we continue to build on that history. Welcome aboard, Councillor Nicole Young. We have a close fight going on in Barataria. I leave you now to join them there, and we'll accept the will of the people up there. But whatever happens up there, there's a PNM grouping, the PNM party, the PNM points and programs up there, and we will accept the will of the electorate. Thank you very much for your support, and thank you, Port of Spain Corporation. There's no longer a vacancy in Port of Spain Corporation, and we look forward to the corporation benefiting from the talent and the commitment and the energies and the youth of Councillor Nicole Young and the Port of Spain Corporation, controlled in totality by the People's National Movement.
That was Prime Minister Dr. Keith Lowry there in the electoral district of Belmont East. We are now going to Alicia Boucher, who is in the electoral district of Barataria, to get the latest there. Alicia?
Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. We're once again live from the UNC's campaign office here in the Barataria electoral district. Now, as you can see, so far the jubilation has simmered down a bit. Results are still coming in. It's the largest in terms of voters. This electoral district has about 10,000 plus voters eligible to vote. So the results so far that I have for polling stations: 1330, that's UNC 41, PNM 115, PEP 5. Polling station 1325, 76 for the UNC, 75 for the PNM, and 1 for the PEP. Polling station 1365, 77 for the PNM, 77, that's 77 for the UNC, 132 for the PNM, and 4 for the PEP. So in terms of the running of votes right now, the PNM appears to be on top in Barataria. And of course, as I said, you know, it's the first time for the night that worry is beginning to show on the faces of some of the UNC supporters. But of course, things are still early. It's still early with over 10,000 voters eligible to vote. So results are still coming in, and of course, we stand by ready to update you with more information as fast as we get it. Back to you.
Thank you, Alicia Boucher, there in Barataria, giving us the latest in terms of the results there. Now we're going to a quick commercial break, and then we return with our discussion with our panel on the latest developments taking place on this. Now that the polls have been closed for some time, the results are coming in, and we'll get the latest in just a short period of time now in terms of what is happening in both Belmont East, where the PNM has declared victory, and Barataria, where it seems as if results are still coming in that particular district.
Looking
Looking for structural steel beams? Then visit Point Fortin Hardware at their conveniently located showroom and warehouse in Frederick Settlement, Colony. The largest suppliers of structural steel beams and steel rods, both MS and HT, and all other building and construction supplies. For a steal of a deal, call us at 678-0857 or 374-2479.
With the future of Petrotrin hanging in the balance, the Lloyd Best Institute invites the nation to a public forum on the prospects for the country's largest state-owned energy company. Key presenters: Wilfred Espinay, Chairman of Petrotrin, Ansel Roger, President General of the Oilfield Workers Trade Union, and Anthony Paul, Energy Strategist. Come hear the options, consider the impact, and have your say on meeting the Petrotrin Challenge. This Wednesday, July 18th from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the Government Plaza Auditorium, corner Richmond and Queen Streets, Port of Spain. Be there.
Ladies, Angel Hair Boutique have arrived in Trinidad and Tobago at Gulf City Mall and Cannes Plaza, Princestown. We can supply all your hair needs from braiding extensions, 100% human hair, front closure, make eyelashes, and our customized hair care line that works well in both human and synthetic hair. We can customize our hair to suit your needs. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and Instagram and win big prizes monthly.
Good evening, and we're returning now to our live coverage. We're calling this Decision Day. This, of course, the latest developments now that we're getting results concerning local government by-elections in 2 electoral districts, Belmont and Belmont East and Barataria. We have with us in studio our panel, Energy Minister Franklin Khan, the chairman of the People's National Movement, Opposition Senator Anita Haynes, the Public Relations Officer for the United National Congress, and Janice Learman-Quickie, who's the Public Relations Officer for the Progressive Empowerment Party. We heard from the Prime Minister a short time ago, him being there in Belmont East, at the office there that the PNM has, and he was talking about several issues concerning what the PNM is saying is its victory there. But he made a very interesting point in terms of saying that those who voted for the PNM did not do so because of any inducements. And I'm curious as to why Minister Khan, the PNM, would make this an issue in terms of that people who voted for the PNM in Belmont East didn't do so because of any inducements.
You should probably ask the UNC. Because
but I'm asking Dr. Rowley, the Prime Minister, is the leader of the PNM.
All I will stick with what the Prime Minister said. Nobody was induced to vote for the PNM. They voted the PNM because of performance and loyalty.
And Senator Haynes, from the UNC perspective, did you find that a very interesting one, that you saw the Prime Minister there in a local government election making his presence felt, and secondly, that point he made about those who voted for the PNM didn't do so because of inducements?
I've had to make the point time and time again that this PNM government and the Prime Minister, Keith Rowley in particular, has always been reaching for achievements and accomplishments. So that's just simply another reach, as in they didn't induce anyone to vote for them, and so that's an accomplishment in some regard to them. I find that very amusing, because I smiled when he said it. We also did not induce anyone financially. Obviously, we would have run a campaign and increased our votes by 200% based on the merit of our candidate, Ms. Liana Bab, and on what we have to offer the population. And I think that, again, that's just purely politicking and reaching for something to say that they have accomplished when they've accomplished very little in the last 3 years and in this election. I also want to make one other point. It's also interesting to note the T-shirt that Dr. Rowley was wearing, which speaks about change, because I've also found it interesting that the government seems to be running a campaign as if they were in opposition. If you want to change from the governing party, You can't change them to get change. You can't keep them to get change. You obviously have to move them out. So if you're running on a change campaign, I would have to agree with you.
Change is the most ubiquitous thing in the world. You change your models, you change your outlook.
And you change the party in power.
Well, we do have someone here on the panel who is hoping that the party that you represent, of course, the PEP, would have been able to make some change in the discourse, the discussion, the politics that would have basically dominated the campaign in both Belmont East and in Barataria. The results, in any way surprising to you? Did you expect more? Were you prepared for the results as you've heard them so far?
Well, the thing about it is that the Progressive Empowerment Party, we believe in democracy and people's right to a choice. They have to make that choice. And the party, again, as I said, is only 18 months old. We do intend to continue our educating of the population, empowering them, because you see, knowledge is power. And I believe firmly, and the party believes, that people don't have that knowledge. But once they get to know what, they get the information that we are going to be imparting to them, they will be able to make a more informed decision. Because right now, it is felt that we still have a lot of empowering to do to the people and educating. That is the main thing. Okay, we may not get, you know, the number of votes that we would have liked, but that's okay, because we're going to come back again next year. We're going to keep in touch with the people of the constituency. We're going to assist them with their issues if they don't get the proper response from the councillor who may be voted in. So we are going to still be doing our groundwork for the next local and general elections.
Just coming here because, I mean, I don't want to advise the PEP, I mean, you're your own party, but when you into electoral politics, which is a numbers game, and your votes are represented in single digits, you really have to question your resource.
I disagree with that, Mr. Khan. I really
well, I know you will disagree with that, but what I'm saying is that
and the UNC didn't really exactly start with large numbers.
That is the fact of life, and you have to
let's take this conversation about numbers into the direction of voter turnout. Based on the number of registered voters and based on the results that we've gotten, certainly it was not a majority in terms of vote. And so I'm wondering if it is that you have low voter turnout, or at least the kind of turnout we've seen not just in this local government by-election, the by-elections today.
Local government in general.
So then the question, why is that? If it is, for example, you had a situation when under the tenure of the late Patrick Manning, when he was Prime Minister, you had the issue of local government reform. He had placed a lot of emphasis on the importance of local government, giving it more power to deal with the needs of people, the burgesses in the various municipalities. The elections were postponed on more than one occasion to make way for this. And yet you see, you wonder, is there a disconnect? Are people really connecting the importance of local government to their daily lives, or is it that they think the real issue or the real thing is more the general election? Because there has to be some sort of explanation for this.
I just want to, on the question of whether or not it's a numbers game and what lower voter turnouts mean, yes, you're correct that traditionally we do see lower voter turnouts in local government elections, and it must say something about what our electorate feels. And so as a political institution, as a political party, the United National Congress, as part of our campaign, went out there to give people something to vote for, whereas I think the PNM tried to give them something to vote against, which is you know, a kind of rejection of the UNC. And while I appreciate the movement that the PEP has started and what they're looking forward to doing, we are in the business of nation building. The United National Congress is trying to take Trinidad and Tobago forward, and what we will be doing is, again, putting forward programs and policies that give people something to vote for, and we're hoping that this in time will then be more reflective in people who feel as part of the system and want to engage with the system.
Let me just make a point here, because this is coming down my alley. My first portfolio was Minister of Rural Development and Development. I launched, under the directorship of the Prime Minister, a local government reform exercise, which was the most well-received public consultation, I would say, so in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. We have completed the draft in the legislation. Legislation delayed in the fourth session of Parliament. But I have to criticize the UNC. Fundamental to local government reform is the ability of the regional corporation to collect and use municipal taxes in their region. Okay? So that the premise of local government reforms was based on the property tax. Here what happened? They went to court to block it. So what they were doing is blocking local government reform, because the fundamental principle of local government reform is municipal taxation.
Yeah,
and that occurs all over the world.
Just not there.
So you want things in this country, you continually block it. Yeah. And then you come and say the government is not doing anything.
You have 2 minutes left for
the
broadcast. So I do want to get your point.
You had the gentleman in the Barataria office who indicated that they have not even gotten the funds, the funding from the finance ministry. And so how are they expected to do what they have to do? Now, for both of you, with due respect, we are now 56 years into Trinidad and Tobago being a nation. But why is this country so broken? Why are the people jaded? Both PNM and UNC have had the opportunity to bring this country to a first world status. And we are not. We really are not. People are, there's real poverty out there still happening. The education system is in a mess. You have situations still with flooding. You have situation with picking up of garbage. No water in people's taps. Why? Why? Why after 56 years we have not gotten have we not served the people and give them what they deserve? We're the third wealthiest country in the Western Hemisphere. And we are worse off than any other country of the island.
No, unfortunately, as much as I would like this conversation to continue, we're closing.
Yes.
Okay, I'm now understanding now that I was looking at the clock just now to see if we had enough time. This time we're going to the Barataria Electoral District where Alicia Boucher has the latest. Alicia? Well, it seems as if Alicia is not ready right now, but the video that we're seeing there seems to be some sort of celebration. I'm not sure who exactly is celebrating right now, but hopefully we'll get, maybe before we close, because one of the things we'd want to do is to explore this point a little more before we wrap up our broadcast. So of course, Senator Haynes, I would like you to weigh in on this issue. The PEP's PRO is making a point that you have the two main parties. You have a history in terms of the length of time that both of them have been basically in control of the political stage at one time or another. And yet, there are these issues that were raised just now.
And don't you think that under the...
just excuse me for 1 minute, this is live television and you know, and sometimes things happen rapidly. We are going to Barataria now. Alicia Boucher. Thank you, Alicia. Apologize for the technical difficulties there. Alicia basically trying to give us the latest in terms of whether or not the UNC has actually declared victory in the Barataria electoral district. That, of course, being one of the seats in the Sangwa-Laventille Regional Corporation. Just want to wrap up very quickly. Senator Hughes, you were making a point in terms of the issue of representation, in terms of the politics of the day. Very quickly, 2 quick points.
Right. And so on the issue of the property tax and blocking local government reform, that's absolutely inaccurate, and I think the minister knows that. But most importantly, on the question of where Trinidad and Tobago is, the Kamala Persad administration has a proven track record of performance, which we intend to continue once we're back in power. And most importantly, any political system such as ours, where you do have 2 dominant parties, the logical solution is to take the parties that you have and fix them by fixing the people within the party.
And I wouldn't want our studio control to fix us in terms of cutting our podcast while in midstream. I want to thank you very much for joining us for our coverage here, the latest developments after the close of the polls in local government elections, local government by-elections in both Belmont East and Barataria. The PNM having declared Belmont East and Barataria. We're still waiting for the official results there. Thank you for joining us on this decision day in local government by-elections. I'm Joel Brown. On behalf of Team 6, thank you very much and do enjoy the rest of your Monday.
The following program contains violence. Parental discretion is advised.